Activity-based management (ABM) is more than just an accounting tool. It is a system for continuous improvements and has been widely used in businesses around the world. So, what actually is ABM? Well, ABM is a method of internal analysis that identifies business activities within a company and evaluates them based on costs incurred by the activities and the value added by the activities. There are two types of ABM. First is operational ABM, where it involves activity management, business process re-engineering, total quality, and performance measurement in order to perform activities more efficiently. In short, it is to do things right. The second type, on the other hand, is strategic ABM that involves product design, product line and customer mix, supplier relationship, market segmentation, and distribution channel. This type of ABM is about choosing the activities we should perform. In other words, it is to do the right thing. So why should we implement ABM? What are the benefits? Well, the first benefit is regarding pricing decision. When companies have more accurate product costs, then they can have more accurate product pricing for customers. Second is product mix decision, where we market the higher profitability product and shift the product mix away from less profitable product. Third benefit would be cost-cutting decision. It allows managers to look at costs at either value-added costs or non-value-added costs. And last but not least is assisting in planning and control. We use the cost of activities to create budget and compare it with the actual activities to see if the goals are being met. However, ABM can also fail for a variety of reasons. One of the reasons would be the lack of support of higher level management. Loss of support can occur if the implementation takes too long or the expected results do not become reality. Furthermore, resistance to change should also be expected since it is not unusual for managers to receive new cost information with skepticisms. Another reason would be the failure to integrate the new system. The probability of success is increased if ABM system is not in competition with other improvement programs. Now, let's move on to the stages in ABM. There are 3 stages in ABM. The first stage is identify the activity that the organization performs. In this stage, the organization performs different activities. It would not be feasible to identify each activities. So the organization will need to identify the significant activities. Examples of activities are schedule production jobs, set up machine, receive material, and run machine. Second stage is calculating the cost of each activity. All indirect costs in this stage must be apportioned to the particular activities that are related by using an appropriate basis. For example, the staff may be asked to estimate how much time they spend on each activities so that the factory staff costs can be apportioned to the relevant activities. The last stage would be identifying the activity cost driver. In ABM, activity cost drive recognizes that the cost of a particular activity may depend on something other than volume or order processed. For example, in the case of sales order processing, the cost driver may be the number of orders processed. So, whether a sales order contains 5 line items or 10 line items, the amount of time to process it will be the same. Okay, now let's move on to the next subtopic. But before that, let me brief you a little on activity-based costing, ABC, and ABM. ABC is a methodology to measure cost and performance of activities, resources, and cost objects. Meanwhile, ABM's principle is to focus on management of activities to improve value received by customers and profit achieved by providing value. In simple terms, ABC is used to answer what do things cost, while ABM concerned about what factor cause costs to occur. In conclusion, by using ABC data, ABM can focus on how to redirect and improve the use of resources to increase value created to other stakeholders. By using this model, I hope you will get a clearer explanation. The first part in this model is cost assignment view, where cost of resources are assigned to activities and then to cost object. The purpose is to make decisions including pricing, product design decision, and priorities improvement effort. As for the second part, it is regarding process view, where it needs new category of information about activity performed. This part tells what causes work and how well it is done. So basically, it is to identify improvement opportunities and ways to improve. Therefore, all the informations obtained from ABC will then guide ABM in its continuous improvement process, where it helps to direct resources to activities that yield greatest profitability and improve ways to carry out work. Activity analysis is the process of identifying, describing, and evaluating an organization's activities. For example, the classification of value-added activities and non-value activities. So, what are value-added activity and non-value-added activity? Well, value-added activity add value of product or service from customer's point of view, while non-value-added activity does not add value. For cost driver analysis, it defines the root causes by understanding what factors cause activity to be performed and what causes activity cost to be charged. For example, payroll system, input which is done by the accounting clerk, and output that is the payroll files. Then there is performance analysis, where it assesses wellness of activities performed and result achieved. The three major dimensions of performance analysis are efficiency, quality, and time. ABM has two goals. First is to improve customer value, and second is to improve profits by providing this value. A simple explanation of customer value is what customer get and what they give up to get it. Let's take cars as an example. A customer will look into the best quality and give up in terms of price based on his own preference of a car. So, these goals can be achieved by focusing on the managing activities. An example of company that is using ABM is General Motors. Their manufacturing process to make cars is split into three that include body shop, paint shop, and general assembly. From these three departments, the paint shop consumes the majority of the energy, which can be up to 60% of the total amount used during manufacturing process. However, paint shop, which is obviously for painting the cars, also involves a very complex process that requires many sub-processes and stages. So here is the ABC elements of General Motors paint shop model. Generally, there are 5 distinct processes performed within the paint shop, which could be seen as cost objects. They are pre-treatment of product, application of ELPO, sealing application, paint booth, and post-paint repairs. In an ABC model, common activities such as moving the product on conveyor belts, controlling the environment conditions, and operating robots can be seen as the activities which consume the resources, while the resources tracked in this model were compressed air, electricity, natural gas, and water. Why does General Motors use ABC model? Well, they use it to evaluate two options that reduce the energy load. First option is to change the state of the system to reduce energy load. This can be achieved if the manufactured numbers are not mission critical at the time, or if one area has a large buffer that could be filled. The second option, on the other hand, is to modify the activities within the paint shop to reduce electricity usage. This can be accomplished by targeting certain activities to reduce in order to meet the load curtailment requirements. This can be determined to cut the amount of air or liquid moved in order to save electricity costs.